Sanders threw 3 picks, sacked 5 times. He could not get Cleveland's offense in the end zone all game in that 31-3 blowout loss. So with only 3 wins on the season, head coach Kevin Stefanski was asked about his job security.
I don't get into those type of things, Mary Kay. I would just tell you my focus, our football team's focus is solely on the Buffalo Bills, and obviously watching the tape today, that's our focus, but that's all we really care about.
So who has more at stake, Canty? Is it Shedeur Sanders? Because we know he gets the rest of the season to audition effectively for his job. Or is it Kevin Stefanski, who might be out of his job soon?
Well, Courtney, I'm going to say it's Shedeur Sanders. Kevin Stefanski is a 2-time NFL Coach of the Year, and even though he hasn't covered himself in glory this season, if he gets clipped in Cleveland, he'll have another job, likely this hiring cycle, with all of the expected openings that we anticipate at the end of the regular season. With Shedeur Sanders, I don't know that he will have a better opportunity. I don't know that he will have a longer runway to prove that he belongs in terms of being a starting quarterback in this league. Now, the irony of that is Cleveland's commitment to their head coach could hinge on how committed they are to Shedeur Sanders and how committed they are in not drafting a quarterback at the top of the 2026 draft where they have 2 first-round draft picks. Because here's the deal. If you're thinking about drafting a quarterback with the first-round pick, you want to put him on the same timeline as the head coach. You don't want to have the head coach on the hot seat when you're drafting a quarterback in the first round. Ask the New York Giants how that's working out. So I will say this. I think Shedeur Sanders has more at stake because I do believe that Kevin Stefanski will have more opportunities if it doesn't work out in Cleveland to be a head coach. I don't know that Shedeur Sanders will have more opportunities, will be given a longer runway with another team, considering how polarizing people view him as a player.
Wow, I'm a bit surprised. I would have thought Stefanski. Your point is well taken, though. I didn't think about the polarization of Shedeur Sanders. What I see in Shedeur Sanders is a young player who has growing pains as you're going up. And by the way, this is Stefanski's offense. I know he's not calling the offense, but you're in charge of it, right? So things didn't go great last week, but you've seen improvement in him. If he continues to improve, if you're the Cleveland Browns and you're sitting back, unless you just absolutely love somebody, you go, hey, he's our bridge guy. We can go. They got a great young football team. Like you look around, they got good pieces and parts. So
their draft class was really good.
Was really good. So the problem for me, I would say, was Stefanski, because very rarely do you get into a place where you'll have a quarterback you can kind of run this out and then build for next year. Stefanski, for me, it's just been underwhelming. Like there hasn't been a lot that you could just go, and I know he's been coach of the year, but areas of this football team just have not stepped up, and Schwartz has done an insanely good job on the defense. They can't find something offensively to me. And the whole Dylan Gabriel and managing Shedeur Sanders, that to me was just a blip. The Flacco and Kenny Pickett at the beginning was craziness. These dudes take all that and then they ship them off, and then you play them a little bit and then ship them off, and you got 2 kids who have never done anything. That, to me, is malpractice. Like, you literally gave them no chance to be successful. And that's the part that I take to – because as a player, you and I both realize, man, your chance of success was minimal at best when you got that type of opportunity.
Here's the thing that I think we have to look at, guys. I'm very, very big on this. Whatever you are, whatever your signature was that got you the job, make sure you're that. Like, if DeMeco Ryan was in Houston and their defense sucked, we'd have a problem, because being the defensive coordinator in San Francisco is what got you that damn job. The same applies to Saleh in San Francisco before he took the Jets job. We got to remember, when Aaron Rodgers arrived, there were expectations for the New York Jets because their defense was something you thought you could hang your hat on because Saleh was there, okay? Before Woody Johnson came in, derailed and disrupted everything, and the Jets have been a joke ever since. What you do, what your signature is, fellas, is what I hang my hat on. So as we sit here today talking about the Cleveland Browns, right? And you just brought up Jeff Saturday, you brought up Schwartz and how he's got that defense looking, okay? We see, and we've raved at times about the Cleveland Browns defense. Am I correct, fellas? I think we've done that.
Yeah.
So the problems with their offense, what was Kevin Stefanski before he arrived in Cleveland?
Right.
He was the offensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings. Okay. But here we are in this year. Look at the Browns offense this year. Yards per play last, total QBR last, yards per game 30th, offensive points per game 29th. That's horrid. And why is that relevant? Because it's not just Shedeur Sanders. This man, Kevin Stefanski, was it like 11 quarterbacks over the last 4 years?
Right.
Was it something like that?
Right.
I mean, are you talking about 13 quarterbacks since 2020? Damn, you can't find somebody that works.
Right.
Can't find somebody?
Right.
Somebody? I mean, Baker Mayfield looks pretty damn good without you. Okay? Yeah. You know, you see other quarterbacks, they're looking relatively decent without you. And you're looking at Kevin Stefanski, a two-time coach of the year. What's the problem? And then I'm looking at here, Shedeur Sanders, all right? So we got to look at him because we can't let him off the hook. He takes over in week 12. Since week 12, 16 points per game. Second worst scoring offense to the Las Vegas Raiders in the league. 56% completions, 23rd among 25 qualifiers. 5 interceptions, tied for most in the NFL. 76 passer rating, 23rd among 25 qualifiers. 36% success rate, 23rd among 25 qualifiers. My point is this. I can look at Shedeur Sanders, Jeff, CC, and blame them, right? My problem is, damn, Kevin Stefanski, does any quarterback work for you? Any quarterback at all?
Right.
At some point in time, ain't it about you? Ain't it about your offensive coordinator? Ain't it about what y'all are bringing to the table? Because if no one seems to work for you as an offensive mind at the quarterback position, how can I look at Shedeur Sanders? I might have to look at you and say, you might be the reason Shedeur Sanders is looking the way he's looking.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little hard, though, to get a full evaluation on the quarterback, though, when they have no receivers to speak of. They were missing 2 starters on the offensive line, lost more in the game. Go ahead.
Here's the problem with that. Even though you're right, that's not going to stop us from judging Shedeur.
Right.
So if it's not going to stop us from judging Shedeur, why should it stop us from judging Stefanski? That man's been here for 5-6 years. He's got much more. He's got a playoff appearance. He's got 1 playoff victory in that span. In all the years that he's been there, how many playoff victories does he have, CC and Jeff? Baker Mayfield leading them to a victory over the Pittsburgh Steelers in the playoffs.
Yep.
That's it.
What else you got?
Yeah.
Nothing.
I agree.
Okay. All right, we're going to leave this one here because you are not going to want to miss this. Coming up next, Stephen A's top 5 teams after Week 15 in the NFL. Remember, the list is fluid.
It better be.
Plus, Alabama and Oklahoma square off in the College Football Playoff Friday. Paul Feinbaum joins us to let us know what's at stake for Kalen DeBoer in this rematch.
Roll Tide. Let's go.